Technoblade almost is cured from cancer. Hi guys and welcome to a new video from your favorite blobface, and today I bring you some positivity for a change, as this news is about Technoblade. And as most of you guys know, some time ago Technoblade was diagnosed with cancer. The popular Minecraft YouTuber who is almost at 10 million subscribers was diagnosed with cancer, and people all over YouTube were shocked by it. They were all shocked by the news and we all felt bad for him. Everyone on YouTube, Technoblade was getting supportive messages and we all hoped that he would get through it. Sure, there were still some idiots telling that he deserved it, etc. But the vast majority was coming together in support of Technoblade. And let's be honest here for 1 second, there will always be idiots in every community that are just so toxic to be around, and on the internet sadly these people will always have a platform. But now luckily Technoblade has made an update video about the situation, and well, it looks like things are getting better, even though the video is literally titled "I Almost Became an Amputee." And well, he said the following.
So you guys know I've been going through chemo and radiation therapy, and this has all been in preparation for a surgery to actually remove the tumor. And so in early October, I'm talking to my surgeon, and he's not coming out and saying this 100%, but the vibe I'm getting is that he thinks it's going to be necessary to amputate my right arm to actually get the cancer. And so, you know, I'm preparing for this like anybody would. I got a Google Doc open, I'm writing down all the jokes I'll be able to tell when I have one arm, like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
So it's great in my opinion that he's still able to joke with his situation, even though it's such a serious situation really. And he already gives a great vibe in this video that things will indeed get better here, as he talks lightheartedly about it. So that's really positive news.
So anyways, 2 weeks later my doctors get together and they're like, you know, that tumor's got a real nice blood supply. What if we did a little trolling? And so they did a procedure called an embolization, where they actually physically like went through my blood vessels and sealed off 80% of the blood flow to the tumor. And I gotta say, it was not a big fan of this development. It was extremely trolled, which as it turns out is unbelievably painful. So that's why I didn't make content in October. But I gotta say, it worked out pretty well.
So it looked better for Technoblade, and let me just tell you guys, I'm happy for him, as this guy seems to be pretty nice and a straightforward dude, and nobody deserves to go through something like that at such an early age. So when I heard that he was doing better and the treatment was helping pretty much, it did put a smile on my face, I have to say.
So a week later I go to meet up with my oncologist, who pokes my tumor a bit and goes, wow, treatment is going fantastic. This is amazing. Oh, your arm? Don't even worry about your arm, bro. Your arm's gonna be fine. And I'm like, oh, so this is pretty nice, you know? Having two arms is pretty convenient. I'd like to continue this trend. And so 3 days later, I have an appointment with my radiation therapist, who tells me, oh, yes, I actually just had a meeting with your surgeon, and we've been going over the post-embolization scan, and we've determined that the cells dying off have caused the tumor to swell dangerously, and we need to cancel all treatment and amputate your right arm next week, and it might be too late. And I'm like, I thought things were good.
When we just sit here and watch the video from Technoblade right now, we can listen to his story and be intrigued by it. And the way he tells it even makes it quite funny. But just hold on for a moment right now, and just be silent for a moment, and think that you need to go through something like this. It sounds like a roller coaster of emotions really. One time it's going pretty good, the next time not so much, and you think you need to lose your arm. All in all, it sounds like a truly horrendous experience to go through such a thing, and I respect Technoblade really for staying so positive in this video right now, because that really shows his great character in my opinion.
So at this point I've completely given up on keeping both of my arms, and I'm just hoping I can get an amputation, because they were saying it might be too late, and that just sounded a little ominous to me. So we get called in to meet with the surgeon, and he says there's 2 different operations we could have, and he's reasonably confident he could do either of them successfully. And so our first option is to have a limb salvage procedure, where they remove a couple muscles, a bit of bone, but they get the tumor out, and you basically keep your whole arm. Or the second option, we could just do a 4/4 amputation. So my mom asks, if this was your child, what would you do? And he says, yeah, I'd probably keep the arm. And I'm like, would amputating increase my survival odds compared to the other one? And he goes, no, not really.
Well, then why would anyone do that?
Why was this presented as an option?
He does make a great point right here. Why would anybody choose for the option of amputation? Like, why would you choose to lose your arm? Why even suggest it as a doctor in the first place? It just sounds like the doctor made him unnecessarily stressed about the whole ordeal, which is of course a very shitty thing to do in an already stressful situation, because I would be losing my mind for sure when someone told me I needed to lose an arm.
Fortunately, later that week, we got back the results from this fancy genome sequencing we had done of the tumor, which showed I was eligible for immunotherapy, so they got me started on that. 2 weeks go by, and I finally have the surgery, no more delays, and my memory of it is basically that they wheeled me in there in the very early morning, and then I woke up the next day. But anyways, the surgery itself was a massive success.
So finally some good news right here. Technoblade had a breakthrough in his operations, which is of course fantastic news, some major good news right here. And he just continues by saying,
and in exchange for all of those things, I now have 99.9% less cancer than I used to, which is pretty great. World of difference between that at 100%, but so far everything is going according to plan. The last tiny bit is going to be, it's going to be a bit trickier, but we have a couple treatment methods which could hopefully take that out, so fingers crossed on that one.
So in the end, Technoblade is doing way better than before, and I'm really happy for him. And so should everyone really. So for a moment, let's just ignore all hateful comments on the internet for a day, and just be happy about this development for a minute. And let's hope that everything will be even better soon, when Technoblade reveals that he's completely cancer free and completely healed. And before I go, I want to include this ending from the Technoblade video as well, as it was pretty hilarious in my opinion. Even though the topic is pretty heavy of course, this cracked me up for sure.
Let me tell you, I had a separate content plan for if they actually amputated my right arm, and you want to know how I would have announced that I only had one arm? The video was going to be titled 10 million subscriber elbow reveal. I was going to traumatize millions. Oh, that would have been the most legendary reveal of all time, bro. Oh, it's not meant to be. Oh, well. I'll see you guys next time.